I was just a kid, a 6-year-old boy with a head full of dreams and a heart full of boundless curiosity. My name was Dennis Martin, and I lived in Knoxville, Tennessee with my family. We were a close-knit bunch, and our annual Father's Day camping trip in the Great Smoky Mountains was a cherished tradition. That fateful year was 1969, and I had no inkling that our adventure would become a tale of mystery and heartbreak. The sun had risen on June 14th, casting a warm golden hue on the sprawling meadow near Spence Field. It was as if the world itself had woken up to join our excitement. My father, Bill, my older brother Doug, and our family friend Harold Key were ready to explore the wilderness, and I couldn't have been more thrilled. As we ventured deeper into the forest, I felt the crunch of leaves and the cool shade of towering trees surround me. The scent of pine filled the air, and the cheerful chirping of birds echoed through the woods. It was the kind of day that made your heart swell with pure, unadulterated joy. My youthful energy propelled me forward, and I couldn't help but race ahead of the group. The trail seemed like a never-ending path to adventure, and I was determined to make the most of it. Every step felt like a new discovery, and every tree a potential hiding spot for my next playful surprise. I found the perfect spot behind a tree, a hiding place that would allow me to spring out and surprise my family when they caught up to me. My heart pounded with excitement as I crouched down, trying my best to stifle my giggles. I could hardly wait for the look of surprise on their faces. But as minutes turned into hours, the forest around me grew strangely quiet. My father and Harold should have been here by now, and Doug should have found me. I couldn't contain my curiosity any longer, so I peeked out from behind the tree. Silence. A sinking feeling gripped my chest. Where was everyone? They should have been right here, just a few steps away. My calls for them were met with nothing but the rustling leaves and the gentle breeze. Panic started to bubble up inside me. I had never been alone in the woods like this before. My father had always taught me to be careful, to stay close, and now I was lost. Tears welled up in my eyes as I called out for my family over and over again, my voice trembling with fear. "Dad! Doug! Harold!" I screamed, but the only response was the haunting echo of my own voice. Minutes turned into hours, and the sun began its descent toward the horizon. Darkness started to seep into the woods, and my heart pounded louder with each passing second. Where were they? Why hadn't they found me yet? I tried to retrace my steps, to follow the path back to where we had started. But the forest seemed to shift and change around me, like a maze with no way out. Fear clung to me like a shroud, and I knew I had to find help. With trembling legs, I stumbled through the underbrush, my tiny voice crying out for anyone to hear. But the forest held its secrets close, and I was alone in its embrace. The night descended upon the Great Smoky Mountains, and I was still lost. My family should have been here, should have found me by now. Tears streamed down my face as I curled up in a small, hidden nook between the trees. The night was cold, and the darkness seemed endless. My family and the searchers never gave up. The days turned into weeks, and the search for me became an all-consuming effort. Helicopters whirred overhead, dogs sniffed for my scent, and voices called my name, but I remained hidden, my fear growing with each passing day. As the years went by, I became a legend of the Smoky Mountains. Sightings of a boy who looked like me were reported, but none could bring me home. The mountains whispered their secrets to those who listened, and some believed that I had encountered something otherworldly, something that had taken me from my family. The years turned into decades, and my name, Dennis Martin, became synonymous with mystery. The forest had swallowed me whole, and I remained a part of its enigmatic heart. Today, as I look back on that fateful day in 1969, I can't help but wonder what happened to me. I'm still lost in the wilderness of the Great Smoky Mountains, a spectre of the past, a memory forever frozen in time. And though I may never be found, my story lives on as a reminder of the enduring mysteries that lie within the heart of the wild, untamed world that I once roamed.